morning. Now, just because I said good morning doesn't mean you have to put up your phones. You can actually keep them out. We're going to use them in just a little bit. I'm here because 20 years ago, a group of Rotarians invested in me. My parents weren't Rotarians, but I had been to some Interact meetings in high school, and I knew the sponsoring Rotary Club gave an annual scholarship to graduating seniors. I applied for and received that scholarship, and that gift started my Rotary journey. Rotary took a chance on me. A few years later, when it came time for graduate school, I remembered the support that Rotary had given me, and so I applied for and received an ambassadorial scholarship to attend Trinity College in Dublin, Ireland. District 1160. It's an incredible district, and the Rotary Club of Dublin Central took me under its wing that year and made my experience unforgettable. So there I was at 22, and I already knew the secret. Rotary invests in people. Again, Rotary took a chance on me. I bought into Rotary early because of these investments, but how do we engage members who didn't get such an early or positive start? How do we connect with them and shape their Rotary experience to create lifelong and dedicated members? I suggest we do this through deepening our members' understanding of our value proposition and through strategic leadership and personal development. Rotary is in a unique position. We have an enormous network of people all around the world, and we have the means to connect those people to do good. And people want to feel connected. They want to belong. So let's open our arms. Let's give them a place to belong, and let's make sure they understand there is more to Rotary. You can serve. You can improve the world. You can improve yourself. This is not self-serving. This is a value add. It's not enough to say we are people of action. We need to also say we develop people of action. So what are ways to do this? Let's talk about how we can engage and support our members. As you all know, being in charge of an all-volunteer force may be one of the toughest gigs out there. So let's look at 5 practical strategies to inspire and engage our members to work together and get things done. First, you have to leverage technology. Technology allows for connection, and technology is a necessity to attract younger members. It's really important to have a web and social media presence. This may be how you reach certain members or potential members. Consider using WhatsApp, Slack, GroupMe, or any other group communication tool to take conversations out of email. Make them more personal and efficient. This can be for district leaders like yourself or used within a club. So while we're on the topic of technology, just checking in. Does everybody still have their phones out? Raise them up. Good. Perfect. Keep them there. We're not time for those quite yet. A second strategy is to leverage Rotaract. After I got back from my ambassadorial scholarship, I joined the newly formed Rotaract Club of Birmingham. I spent 9 years as a Rotaract member and took on many leadership positions, ultimately serving as president and then chair of our board. But our Rotaract Club is unique. At 300 members, it's one of the largest community-based clubs in the world. And I could give you a separate talk just on this incredible club, but the point I want to make is you don't need a massive club to make Rotary more engaging for Rotaractors and Rotarians. My district, 6860, is a great example. They appoint Rotaract members to district committees. They involve them to help plan fundraisers, and they even invite them as speakers at district meetings. My club, the Rotary Club of Birmingham, has engaged Rotaract in a way that gives both Rotary and Rotaract members a chance to learn from one another. We've had Rotaract members teach tech workshops after club meetings. These classes have ranged from how to connect with their own club on social media to what to do with all those pictures on your phone. And these are very popular sessions. On the flip side of this, we've also created what we call a Rotary Roundtable, where each quarter, 2 Rotarians speak to a group of Rotaract members on a topic specific to their profession. We call it a social with a purpose. You see, the Rotarians in my club, they will be the first to admit they gain as much, if not more, from this and other programs than their Rotaract counterparts. So let's talk about unique programming. It's the third key strategy. Let me give you one example we call Professional Partners. It's a mentorship type program. It's mutually beneficial. The partners are viewed as equals. They spend time together. They learn from one another, and ultimately, they tighten the bonds between the 2 people and the 2 clubs. These programs, they do more than engage members. They build connections through engagement. It allows for younger members to connect with a different generation and makes Rotary a more inclusive space within your districts. And I submit to you, unless we can allow for and foster these connections, we will have a more difficult time transitioning Rotaractors to Rotarians. But sometimes people just don't take initiative, and it's often because they aren't ready. Members sometimes opt out of participation. So the challenge is, how can we better prepare our members to step up and take their engagement to the next level? You all have talked a lot this week about growing Rotary by providing value. So I want to share with you a means to provide value, to impact our communities and engage members all at the same time. Because I'm a numbers person and deal with them in a daily profession as a financial advisor, I want to show you this quote from a Harvard Review article cited on the Rotary website under Engaging Young Professionals. 61% of millennials who are now aged 18 to 35 and 57% of Gen Xers aged 36 to 54 say becoming a leader is important. Leadership development is the 4th key strategy. We all know Rotary can provide this for our members, but for those looking at our organization or for current members who are not engaged, we need to go to them with something they understand, they desire, and they value. And that is the experience of leadership and personal development. Professionals, and especially young professionals, are hungry for leadership training. The bottom line is, leadership training options are sparse. Many companies and organizations don't have formal leadership development training, or they don't allow for professional development opportunities. Rotary and Rotaract could fill this void, and in doing so, become a catalyst for membership growth. What better way to continue to promote the importance of professional development, coupled with growing Rotary, than by investing in this group with a very detailed, implementable leadership development program to train the next generation of Rotary leaders? Well, my former Rotaract club And my current Rotary Club did this. We saw the need and we found a solution. And we call it, very simply, the Leadership Development Program. It's a 9-month curriculum that runs each Rotary year, allowing 15 Rotaractors to participate and learn group dynamics, personal leadership style, and be mentored through the professional partner program I mentioned before. And that's the 5th key strategy, mentoring. This program not only breeds leadership development, but with about 25% of the aging out Rotaractors in our district becoming Rotarians last year, it's helping to bridge the gap between these two membership types. This is not the only answer, but it is one example of leveraging our strengths as an organization to engage our members and deliver value on a deeper, more personal level. One way Rotary is currently taking action in this area is through our new alliance with Toastmasters International. This will soon be another tangible tool to provide our members with leadership and speaking skills to further develop our members as people of action. Above everything else, you sometimes just have to have a little fun. So, to end things today, I'm going to engage you right now to provide me with immediate feedback through a live interactive poll. Time to get out those phones. I now give you permission to go to the Rotary Events app for this assembly while I continue speaking. So once your phone is ready, you're going to return to the polls section of the mobile app. And if the poll section doesn't automatically pop up in your activity feed, you can find it by clicking More and returning to the polls section of the app. It's listed at the bottom of the events menu. Is everybody finding it? That's good. So I want you to cast your vote for the engagement or connectivity strategy that you most likely see yourself taking back to your district. So there's no wrong answer. That's the good news. I want to see what you think will work for Rotarians back home. So once you're ready, click the poll titled number 2, What Can I Take Back to My Districts? All right, there's 5 possible choices. Are y'all seeing that? Okay. These 5 possible choices are related to the 5 engagement strategies we discussed today. Leverage technology, connect with Rotaract, engage through unique programming, initiate a leadership development program, or engage through membership. I hear chatter. Let's give you a few minutes, and we'll see the live results. All right, let's see what you came up with. All right, some people were able to get to work. Leadership development and connect with Rotaract. That one might be skewed. There's a lot of Rotaractors in the room, but I like it. This is great. Everything is important to someone, and that's what's important. Okay, some of you may still be voting, but I want to thank you for voting, for having a little bit of interactive fun with me today. But regardless of how you voted, going forward, why don't we all make 2 commitments? 1, let's focus on the self to do even more good in the world. And 2, let's work harder to develop people of action. If we put this type of time and energy into professionals all over the world, they will see it as an investment in them, just like I did. they will acknowledge that Rotary is an organization that not only embraces professionals, especially young professionals, but also truly sees them as the next generation of global leaders. And I bet you will see that they will continue to pay it forward by staying engaged in Rotary and by being leaders in their communities. I leave you with this. Rotarians, take a chance on your members. Thank you very much.